Hey guys, this is Jessica Gutierrez with Clean With Me podcast. This is a podcast where I walk you through cleaning your house step by step. So let's clean together. Hey everybody, happy Thursday. I know that I am recording a little bit late, and if there's a little bit of an echo, it's because I am in a hot tub at a hotel because we got kicked out of our house because they're doing flooring and they ripped out all the floors today. But I am so excited to do today's episode because I did an entire deep clean of my house. I mean, going through rooms, getting rid of tons of stuff, like a complete room overhaul. And my sister-in-law came over to help me. We had no kids and we just went at it. So I have so much to talk about and I just want to get right into it. So I'm just going to tell you what I did and still stick with the, step-by-step platform. But I also want to tell you exactly what I did as far as my overhaul of my house. Okay, so first things first, I want you guys to get motivated and ready to clean. So, do whatever works for you. For me, it's getting ready for the day. That's why I always say that, because getting ready for the day really gets me motivated. I really tend to sit around, laying around on my couch all day if I don't get ready for the day for some reason. That's just me. I don't get motivated unless I'm ready. I guess I don't know. It makes me feel better about myself, makes me more productive. So, if that's you, get ready for the day, open up some windows. My sister-in-law, it was interesting seeing her methods along with mine. She needed the light in the house to start. So first thing she did when she started to clean was she opened all the windows and or all the blinds, which is what I recommend as well. So open up those windows, get ready for the day, light some candles, set the tone, set the mood. If you're not in the mood to clean, the best thing to do is just force yourself. Put on the podcast and just follow my lead. And then eventually, once you get going, you'll get in the mood. That's how it works for me. Once I start getting into it, then I get excited about it. Once I start seeing progress, I get, even more motivated. And the next thing you know, I'm like wanting to clean and it's actually fun for me. And it's always more fun with a friend. So if you have a chance to have somebody help you, whether it be a partner, a sibling, a friend, a mother, a mother-in-law, anything, sister-in-law, friend, whatever the case may be, that can help you like deep clean your house, that actually enjoys that kind of thing, or anything like that. It's just somebody to help you, or just a friend just to talk to you while you clean. Sometimes that's a good way to, like, if you're doing a overhaul of a room and organizing it, and you have a friend there talking to you, or just talking on the phone maybe, or just listening to the podcast. And if that's the case, then you're already there and you're already ready to get motivated. So let's go ahead and do a laundry switch. So move your clothes from the washer to the dryer, and from the dryer to the laundry basket for after the episode. And when the episode is over, we will kick back our feet, put our favorite show on, or favorite podcast, or whatever. Or you can listen to another one of my podcasts if that's your favorite. I'm a little biased, I know, but anyway. And think of it as a break after your hour-long cleaning session. So go ahead and do that laundry switch. And while you're doing that, I'll fill in some of you that don't know my situation. Maybe you haven't listened to the last couple of episodes. So they're doing some flooring in my house. The first people came in about a week ago, ripped out the flooring, so there was just like flaky concrete on my floors, and they bailed, I guess. The contractors bailed, so they had to find somebody else to do it. So we just had that concrete for about a week, and all of our furniture was like outside and in different rooms and stuff like that. And we didn't have like our oven and our refrigerator were like in our garage area. So it was kind of hard to, I like having my house put together, and it was kind of weird just not having a couch, or, it was hard on the kids and just a weird situation. So it was good. I don't know, I was getting kind of discouraged about cleaning. I didn't really know what to do with, whenever it was time for me to clean and I had extra time to clean. I didn't have many dishes because I wasn't cooking, because my oven wasn't, in the living room where it was supposed to be and stuff like that. So my sister-in-law recommended, hey, why don't we just go room to room and just completely overhaul each room and redecorate it, reorganize it, get rid of a bunch of stuff, and then that way when your house is put together, every room of your house is going to be completely organized. So we did like a whole spring cleaning, and I'm really excited to talk about that. So you should be done with your laundry now, so let's go ahead and move on to the dishes. Get everything out of your dishwasher or your drying rack and put them where they go, and so we have room for our dirty dishes. And let's just get right to it. And I just wanted to take a moment to just thank you guys for leaving your good reviews for me. I know I mentioned a couple bad reviews or whatever in my past podcasts, but so many of you leave me such amazing reviews, and you financially support me on Patreon, and you guys message me and give me advice and tell me what you like about the podcast, what you don't like. And I really love that constructive criticism. I love it when you guys tell me, what you like about the podcast, what you would like to hear. It gives me ideas. It actually makes me, I feel the need to do those things in my house. So like if you guys are like, oh, I need you to, for example, clean out, do something on completely, overhauling a kid's bedroom or something, that makes me think, okay, so I need to do an episode on that because someone requested that, which means I need to overhaul a kid's bedroom, and my kid's bedroom needs it, so it helps me too, because it gives me ideas, and it helps me, because I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect housekeeper. I will never claim to be a perfect housekeeper. If you guys knew me, I'm a hot mess. I have 2 toddlers, and, I try the best I can, and I would not say I'm a bad housekeeper by any means, but, my house doesn't look perfect all the time. I have good days, I have bad days, and just be doing the dishes while I'm talking. You might want to start your pre-rinse now. Make sure you do a really thorough pre-rinse. Make sure you're getting all of the food off of your dishes. The more thorough the pre-rinse, I feel like the easier it is to load your dishwasher or knock out your dishes. It just goes by way faster. If you need to pull some stuff out of your refrigerator, like some old leftovers and containers, something like that, now would be the time to do that while you're in dish mode, so you can get those dishes clean. If you need to gather dishes from around the house, you can do that now too, and then just do a very, very thorough pre-rinse of all those dishes. But yeah, you guys really motivate me, and I appreciate like the videos that are sent to me, and the ideas that are sent to me, and just the encouragement, the overall encouragement. You guys are amazing. And while you guys are pre-rinsing those dishes, I think my biggest takeaway from my deep cleaning of the house this time was just focus on one room at a time, because I can be kind of scatterbrained when it comes to my cleaning. And a lot of you, I think, are like that. I get a lot of that in messages and stuff, and that's why you guys like the podcast, because it's like giving you structure to your cleaning. And I'm sorry, I know you guys hate when I say like. I'm trying not to. I always say I'm trying not to, but it always just comes out. I don't know. I guess I'm just a valley girl. I don't know what to say. But anyway, I would just focus on one area at a time and just try to make that area perfect. Like, for example, I was doing the bathroom, and I'll get more in depth when we get to the bathroom portion, but I just focused 100% on the bathroom, gave 100% in that bathroom, scrubbed everything, just looked at it, every little square inch of the restroom, and for any splatters, anything that was discolored, and I just went bleach crazy, bleached everything, and like I said, I'll go more in depth with that, but I just totally gave all of my focus in every room and every area I was cleaning, and that, you know, when I was doing the bedrooms, I would do one drawer at a time and just completely 100% finish that drawer before I went on to a new drawer, and it really worked, and I'm so happy with the outcome. I don't think I've been this happy with my house in a long time. We still have a lot to do. Like, I still have some stuff to do in the kids' rooms, but I made a huge dent in it, and now that I kind of have a strategy and everything, I feel like the next time I have a day off, which is going to be this weekend, I'm going to totally just destroy those back bedrooms, because my flooring should be done by then, so all the clutter and the stuff that's supposed to be in the living areas will be out of the bedrooms, and I can just completely dive in and just get those last bits of the back rooms. But just be chugging away on those dishes, and if you had any pots and pans or anything like that needs extra soaking, you can be soaking that while you're doing your other dishes, or you can boil some hot water and salt or something like that in the pans that need attention. In the kitchen, still be working on those dishes. You guys should be almost done with your pre-rinse right now. Try to do your utensils and cups and stuff first, and then go to the greasiest stuff last. That way your sponges and stuff don't have like grease on it. But one thing that I tackled in the kitchen area that really needed attention was my spice cabinet. It always is a disaster, and I thought I had organized it, and then it just, sometimes it's good to have someone else look at it, because I thought I organized it, and then my sister-in-law looked at it and was like, this spice cabinet is still way too cluttered. And I was like, well, I recently, organized it a little bit. And she's like, just because your spices are all in one place doesn't mean you need 1,000 spices. Like, most of these, do you even know if they're expired? Do you even use all these spices? And I was like, you know what? No, I don't. And I probably don't need 1,000 spices, because I only use like 5 of those in my everyday cooking, and then rarely I use a couple other ones. So we went through my spices, we probably only kept 1/3 of the spices that I had kept. So I had went in and organized my spice cabinet, and then I realized that, there I go with the again. Damn it. Darn it. Sorry. I realized that most of the things that I was holding on to were trash. So we got rid of all the expired stuff, all the stuff that I don't use, the stuff that I'm never going to use again. And then she she just rearranged everything. We rearranged it in a way where you can see the labels for everything, and all of our medicines were easily available and easy to see and easy to get to and out of the reach of the kids, and they were in this nice little cute container. She went searching through my house for containers, and she was like, find me every little cute container you have, because I know you have some laying around the house that are probably not being used, that are just junked in the, garage or whatever. So I went and found a bunch of little cute containers that I didn't even know I had, really. And we used those to organize my kitchen cabinets, and it was amazing afterwards. Just consolidating things, getting rid of things that you don't use, getting rid of things that, like I say 1,000 times, you need to look at your house through the eyes of somebody else, and if that's not working and your house is still kind of cluttery, get someone else that you know is a very organized person, or just another person that just a different set of eyes. It doesn't even have to be someone that's like a clean freak. I'm just lucky. My sister-in-law is very good at organizing and cleaning and stuff, but just get another set of eyes to look at it and be like, hey, what do you think I can do to this area to make it better? Because I don't know what else I can do to it, and it just looks a little bit cluttery, and it's a little bit difficult to find things when I'm going through such and such area. And she's like me. She's very minimalist. She likes everything out of sight, out of mind. She wants as little things on the countertops as possible. So she likes things very organized. She likes to get rid of a lot of things. That's why I love having her help me, because she helps me let go of things that aren't needed. She helps me let go of things that I would have held on to, things that... And also, while we're in the kitchen, you should be finishing up with loading your dishwasher or finishing up your dishes at this point. If not, it's okay. We've all had those days, and just keep trucking along on those dishes. If you need to rewind me, pause me, just continue on your dishes while I'm talking, that's fine. Do whatever you need to do. But as I, cleaned out my kitchen area and decluttered it, I guess I realized that I had a lot of stuff in my kitchen area that, because I have a small house, things were just accumulating there, and there was a lot of stuff that I was used to seeing, and I thought that my kitchen was organized until she went in there. And sometimes you just need that extra person to just, look at a space and be like, this doesn't need to be there. Why are these things sitting on top of your cabinets? They don't need to be there. These don't even need to be in your kitchen at all. In fact, why do you have them at all? And why is this cabinet, like she pointed out that there was a cabinet that was full of plastic bags, which I do use those plastic bags, but she was telling me like there's 100 other places that you could put these plastic bags. So why are they using up this valuable cabinet space that we could be using for medicine and whatnot? And you're just putting plastic bags in there, and you can put those literally anywhere. So just stuff like that. Like she's very good at pointing stuff out. So just take a very, very, very hard look at the areas of your house. And as we go through the different rooms, I'll tell you what she pointed out to me. Everyone needs a Carly, and I'm going to be your Carly. I'm going to try to be anyway, and I'm going to tell you what she tells me. She should be doing this podcast. She's amazing, but she's not good at talking. She's just good at doing. She's just good at running around and just organizing things. So I'm going to tell you exactly what she told me to do and in each room. And as far as the kitchen goes, just clear your countertops, get everything out of the countertops that aren't supposed to be there, put them away where they go. clear as much space as possible. Everything on your kitchen counters and your kitchen table should be stuff that has a permanent home. They should either be decorations, decor, and you don't want decor to even be too cluttered. You just want a few things. You don't want things to be too cluttery. But if it's decor, that's okay. But you don't want just randomness to have permanent homes in your kitchen. So try to get anything and everything off of your countertop unless it has a permanent home, like maybe a toaster or a Keurig or something like that. It has a permanent home because it's used daily. Things like Instapots, Magic Bullets, blenders, stuff like that could be put away in a cabinet. You probably shouldn't leave it on your countertop. It probably shouldn't have a permanent home because it's just cluttery. And once you've done that, I mentioned before that my husband's ex-wife, the mother of my stepdaughters, she sells Avon, and she sells there's a Avon cleaning supply brand, and she gave me these heavy duty wipes, and you know how I am about wipes. I love disinfecting wipes, and they're like multi-purpose heavy duty wipes, and they're lemon scented, which again, that's something that is a biggie for me. So I've been using those because she gave me those to use. So those have been my new Clorox wipes because they came in a bigger container than the Clorox wipes, so I have a lot of them, and you need less because they're thicker and more heavy duty, and they're that lemon scent, which I love. So I've been using those to clean, and I use those to wipe down my kitchen cabinets. So once you've cleared everything out of your kitchen that doesn't need to be there, and put stuff down in the cabinets that needs to be put away. And as you're putting stuff away, if you're noticing your cabinets are disorganized, if you're shoving pans in a cabinet and they're falling out of the cabinet and it's like a booby trap for the next person that opens the cabinet, been there, done that. My kids, are always messing with my pots and pans, so they get disorganized really quickly. So if I'm playing Tetris, putting pots and pans in my cabinet when I'm putting dishes away, then it's probably time for me to reorganize that. And you may not have time right this second, so just jot that down in your cleaning notebook. But things like that, just as you're putting stuff away, if you notice anything like that needs to be put away, just try to take care of that, or at your earliest convenience. But just go ahead and get wiped down happy. If there's any splatter check out your cabinets. Do your cabinets need to be wiped down? Just wipe them down quickly and use whatever. You don't have to use wipes like I do. I just prefer the wipes, but you can use a wet rag and some multi-purpose spray or whatever it is you use. You guys use whatever it is you use, and just wipe down your countertops. Your chairs might need it, your tables underneath your table, your legs of your table might have, if you have kids, you kind of just have to wipe down anything and everything. Your high chair, if you have one, maybe around the walls where your high chair is, maybe behind the trash can. Things might get splattered when people are throwing stuff away. Make sure you clean that, wipe that down with a rag or something like that. Wipe down your refrigerator. Does your refrigerator, when you are taking out your leftovers and stuff, does your refrigerator need an overhaul? Maybe you need to throw away some stuff in your refrigerator. Maybe it needs to just be wiped down quickly with a wipe. Maybe you just need to do a quick wipe down, or maybe it needs a complete overhaul where you need to take everything out and do a very thorough, deep cleaning of your refrigerator. If so, go ahead and jot that down in your cleaning notebook and do that at your earliest convenience if you don't have time to do so now. And that's something we got to also. I'm so proud of what we accomplished. We got so much done. It was amazing. And I think the reason we got so much done of just the extra things is because we didn't have the normal things to clean. Like, we didn't have a living area to clean up. We didn't have pillows to the stuff that I obsess on, like my living area pillows and my rugs and, the stuff that I usually obsess about. So I was able to focus on things that I don't usually focus on. So once you're done in the kitchen and doing your thorough wipe down, go ahead and take out your kitchen trash if it needs it. Don't forget to do that. And then if there's any crumbs make sure you get your stove, make sure you get your microwave also inside your microwave, the little dish inside your microwave. If there's any splatter around your stove, behind the backsplash of your stove. There's a great degreaser also from the Avon cleaning line. If you're irritated with me pushing that, also, if that's something that bothers you, it's just to help out a single mom, you don't have to use that line. It's just a suggestion. I know some people don't like that, but it's just a suggestion, and I actually really like the products. But you can get a degreaser anywhere. I mean, you can get a degreaser probably from Family Dollar, from Dollar Tree, whatever. I'm just, when I say what I'm using, that's just what I'm currently using because I have it on hand. And if you guys want to use the same things as me, then you can, and you're welcome to it. And I'll leave the link in my description, but there's no need to get mad about it. Just use something else. Use a different kind of degreaser if that's what you prefer. Whatever products you prefer, you use that. Like right now, I'm on a Sponge Daddy kick. I love using the Sponge Daddies because you can reuse them a lot. And I was on I used to use the dispensable sponges that you fill up with soap, and they dispense soap and the sponge heads come off and you replace them. I still use those in the bathroom, but I'm more on to using Sponge Daddies now, which, I switch things up every once in a while. But moving on, let's go ahead and move on to the living area now. And this one is a little difficult because I don't have a living area, but we'll just talk about what I usually talk about. Do your focal points of the room first. Let's do our couches. If you need to clean underneath your couch, you can do that now. You can unscrew a lot of times. If you don't like when things fall underneath your couch, you can unscrew the legs of the couch a lot of times if they're cheaper couches. I don't know if all couches do that, but most of the ones that I have had do. And whenever I get super irritated with cleaning underneath my couch, I just take those legs off of it. And I didn't know my current couch did, but my husband figured out it did. So we did that, and now it's flush with the floor, and we don't have to worry about that mess. But not just underneath your couch, it could be underneath your TV stand or underneath your coffee table or underneath your end table, whatever the case may be. You could have some stuff under, whatever. And then once you're done with that, if you need to take your cushions off of your couch and do a little quick vacuum with your hand vacuum or your attachment of your vacuum, you can do that at this time. And if you don't have any of those things, if you don't have a vacuum, you can just sweep it off onto the floor. And since we have those, if you haven't already opened the windows, I recommend you do so. And since the windows are open, you might be able to see some spots on your couch. Then you might want to do some spot cleaning with some carpet cleaner or Resolve and just spray that on there. Get a warm, wet rag and just scrub the little spots off, and it should come right up. And if you're noticing any scuff marks on your living area wall, you can use magic erasers for that. I think Dollar Tree has some generic versions of those, which work okay. They are not quite as good. They disintegrate a little bit faster, but, same deal. So, and they're a lot cheaper. So whatever you choose to use, those are great. And dusting, I did a lot of dusting, and I like to wet dust because I don't like to push dust into the air. And you might be different than me. You might like to use a duster and just dry dust things, but I feel like it gives me allergies, makes it hard to breathe, and I just really like to to use a wet rag to dust things off. And since there was that concrete in the construction, there was a lot of dust everywhere. So we did a lot of dusting. Ceiling fans, all of my blinds we dusted. If you need to clean the window sills, sometimes there's flies and just nasty whatever buildup of dust on your windowsills. Every once in a while they need to get a wipe. Your windows themselves might need to be cleaned with some Windex and some paper towels. So if you haven't done that in a while, that might be a good idea to do that. And if you have young children, if you don't, just disregard this. But if you do have young children and you're finding yourself having issues with their toys, I would have separate. My sister-in-law's daughter is the same age as mine, and she has tons of toys, and I love her system. She has her dolls and her doll clothes in one bin, and then she has, her parts for her fake food and stuff in another bin, etc., etc. So she has it all organized in different bins, and she puts them up in the closet, and she'll ask her daughter, like, what do you want to play with? And she'll rotate the toys like that. And I really like the toy rotation. You don't have to do it exactly like that, but any type of toy rotation I think is a good idea. That way they're not just dumping out 1,000 random toys. And then the more that happens, the more we tend to just throw everything and anything into the toy box when we're in a hurry. And then random miscellaneous things end up in the toy box. We've all been there. We've all done that if you're a parent. So yeah, just try to rotate those toys, then it'll make it a lot easier on you. And then if you have pets, maybe it might be time to feed your pets or clean a litter box or do your pet chores at this time. Living areas make me think of pets because my litter box is in kind of my living area over by my washer and dryer and stuff. So I usually do my litter box cleaning at this time and feed my animals. And if you're looking at the floor and you see any spots on the floor that need spot cleaning before we do our major floor clean at the end of the episode, you can do some spot cleaning of the floor at this time. Maybe you need to wipe down a mirror that's in your living area with some Windex. Maybe you need to wipe down some pictures that are dusty with some wet wipes or a wet rag. Maybe the TV needs to be wiped down. Don't spray anything directly on the TV. Your TV stand might have some prints on it. Maybe you need to spray some Windex and just clean up that TV stand. Maybe you have a coffee table that opens and it's just a mess in there. Maybe there's just miscellaneous junk and it needs to be cleaned on the inside of there. So if you have time, do that. If not, then jot it down in your cleaning journal for a later time. But you should be done with your living areas by now. If not, that's okay, no judgment. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to the bathroom areas at this time. So let's go ahead and move on to the bathroom. And first things first, in the bathroom, we want to take out our trash. So if the bathroom trash needs to be taken out, you can put that into the kitchen trash if need be, or you can just take it out if both are full. And then we want to get any dirty laundry out of the bathroom. So if there's any dirty laundry on the floor, pick that up and put that in the laundry room. If there's any laundry baskets that need to be dirty laundry in it, I have a dirty laundry basket in my bathroom. I'll move that to the laundry area just so it's seen and so I can deal with that at my earliest convenience and just get it out of the way. And then the first thing I like to do is clear the countertops off. Like with any room, you just want to clear as much space as possible. We don't want things to have a lot of things that have permanent homes on our countertops. So we want to put most of that stuff away. Make sure you're having a lot of organizing containers underneath your sink and in your cabinets. That way there's places for everything. If there's a place for everything, then everything is easily put into its place, and that makes for a lot more organized of a house, and it makes it easier to find things, and it makes your house just look so much better. So try to have little buckets for different people, different things, like maybe a hair bucket where all hair ties, hair brushes and whatnot go in, or maybe, put all of your tools like a straightener, your blow dryer and everything in the same spot. Things like that. Just try to have all that stuff in a certain place underneath your cabinets, in your cabinets, and then try to clear as much as you can off of the countertops so that we can wipe down, and also just to remove the clutter. If you have makeup or anything, try to find a home for that underneath the countertops or in a cupboard. That way it's out of sight, out of mind. And then once we have everything cleaned off, a lot of people like to keep their toothbrushes permanently on the kitchen sink, but let's go ahead and move those because we're going to be spraying chemicals. And let's spray our bathroom cleaner onto the sink in the bathroom and let that sit, and then let's spray Windex on the mirrors and clean the mirrors, and then let's move on and clean the scrubbing bubbles type of a thing is great for cleaning porcelain and just getting the soap scum off of sink nozzles, sink faucets, so there's no soap scum buildup. Vinegar is also good to get buildup of soap scum off. Now, if you have a porcelain sink, and this applies to the kitchen, the bathroom, etc. I've found personally that using the toilet bowl Clorox squirtable, toilet bowl cleaner bleach is highly effective in bleaching tubs, sinks, etc. It's just amazing. It's kind of expensive, but man, does it work. And so I had extras of those. I always buy extras of those when I buy stuff, cleaning supplies. I always buy extras of those Clorox wipes, and I always buy extras of magic erasers. So anyway, I use that to squirt onto my porcelain sinks and let it sit, and it got super white, and scrubbed it off with a sponge afterwards, and it got so white and pretty after that. And so I did the same thing to my bathtub too. We'll get onto that in a minute. After I cleaned, my don't mix chemicals, by the way, of course, but if you are bleaching, don't use any other chemicals. And then I squirted the toilet bowl bleach inside the toilet bowl, let that sit while I put some gloves on, and then I thoroughly wiped it down with my heavy duty wipes from the Avon, the lemon scented ones, the multi-purpose. And I got the handles first, the seat, the places that you touch. And then I thoroughly just wiped down every single area of that toilet. Got it sparkling clean. The back snaps of the toilet seat cover snap off. So if you really need to get in there and do a deep clean, you can spray some stuff on there. Again, don't mix chemicals, but if you need to spray some cleaner on that, if the wipes aren't enough, that's fine too. And once you're done thoroughly wiping down the toilet, even the sides, even the bottom, even behind the toilet, just really thoroughly wiping it down, then you want to get your toilet bowl cleaner and just scrub the inside, give it a little elbow grease. If there's a ring around the top that's just not coming clean, you can use a pumice stone and really scrub that off. And then once you're done with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the bathtub. And I did the same thing, like I've told you guys before. I maintain it with scrubbing bubbles, and I keep a sponge inside of the bathtub, and I do a once over whenever I take a shower when I remember. I don't do it every time. I'm not perfect, but I do try to do it most days. But it definitely needed a bleaching. It had some serious stains in the bathtub, so I did use that toilet bowl cleaner, and yes, you need a lot of it, but it got those stains up perfectly. I let it sit for a little bit, opened up some windows, made sure it was well ventilated, put some gloves on, and definitely scrubbed a little. I scrubbed a little bit, after it sat, scrubbed the really bad spots that were discolored, and it really made it sparkle and shine. And I did the same thing to the grout that was getting kind of discolored and dirty and grimy. I put that bleach in the grout and scrubbed that as well with a wet rag, and I really liked the way it turned out. And my bathroom was so white and pretty, and it smelled like bleach, but it was so clean afterwards. And then for the floor, I did what my mom did, and my Swiffer actually broke, but I still have some pads, the Swiffer pads. So I just grabbed a couple Swiffer pads while I still have my gloves on, and I just got on my hands and knees and just wiped up my bathroom floor, because it's a small bathroom floor. You don't have to do that. You could just, clean it at the end of the episode, but that's what I chose to do, and it worked out. So you should be about finished with, once you've cleaned your floors in your bathroom, you should be about finished with the bathroom. So let's go ahead and move on to the bedrooms. You might want to strip your bedrooms of any bedding on your bed and go ahead and put them in a place where it's a top priority to wash them, because you want them clean before bedtime. If you haven't done it this week, it's probably good for you to do that at least once a week at the very least. And then if you haven't vacuumed your mattress in a while, it's good to do that at least once a month, because you do shed dead skin cells. I know that's gross on your mattress, so it's good to just vacuum that every once in a while, and it keeps it nice and new and fresh. And you can even sprinkle some carpet cleaner on it, that that smelly good sprinkle stuff that you vacuum up. You can sprinkle that on your mattress and then vacuum it up as well. Under your bed is your best friend. So if you have a large place under your bed, make sure that it is clean. Make sure you don't have any funk or any random just junk underneath your bed. And if you do, you want to clear it out. It's never as hard as you make it out to be. It always seems like a bigger task than it is. Just get everything out from under your bed and just put it away. And I did have a few things under my bed, not that much, but when we were doing our overhaul cleaning, we cleared out the under the bed, got rid of the crib that was still in my room. It was like a crib that was transformed into a big girl bed, but it was just taking up too much space. So I and my kids have 2 taller beds in their room. So it was kind of unnecessary. I just saved the mattress of the bed, and I made room to slide the kid mattress underneath the bed. So when they do decide they want to sleep in my room, which they often do because they're spoiled rotten, I can just now slide that mattress and that made bed out from underneath my bed, kind of like a trundle bed. And it saves so much space because my bedroom is like the size of a box. And then we moved some stuff around. My husband had a bookcase that just had all different sizes of books, and it just looked cluttery. It just looked bad. So we had another kind of case that had glass doors, and we put most of the books that weren't as aesthetically pleasing in there, and then we just put a couple on display, and it looked so much better, way better. And then, just little things like that make a huge difference. And just moving that crib out of my bedroom made such a difference. I really, 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 really like being in my room now. And I also just went through my drawers one at a time, got rid of stuff that I didn't need. I got rid of even more clothes than I already have. I organized my drawers, got rid of a lot of stuff, hung up a lot of stuff, cleaned out my closet, did a very thorough wipe down of my closet, of the floor. I mean, we did a complete overhaul of the room. And sometimes that just needs to be done. We even wiped down, the walls, got all the dust out, and there was a lot of dust in my room, so I'm so glad we did it. And a lot of it had to do with that bookshelf, and that's probably why we sneezed so much, when we go to bed, because the allergies with all the dust in there, it's terrible. I even cleaned out my nightstand drawers and made like a drawer with some pull-ups and wipes in it. That way, if I have to get up in the middle of the night and change somebody's diaper, which my baby's almost potty trained. If you have a little one, highly suggest a potty watch. You can get them on Amazon, and you can set a timer. I set mine for like an hour because she's really good about it already. And every time it sings a little song, you put her on the potty, and she's been consistently using the potty for a while now. So I would highly recommend that, by the way. And make sure you shut it off at night, otherwise you'll be hearing that every hour on the hour. And I did not turn it off last night, and it was so annoying, so I'll turn it off. But anyway, same thing with the other rooms. We just went I had some boxes in the kids' room of like just keepsakes and stuff, and I went through it and decided what I really needed and what I really didn't. And I just got rid of so many things. So whatever I did to my bedroom, I'm going to finish doing in the other kids' bedrooms, and it's a bigger job. The kids' bedrooms are a bigger job, but I'm confident that I can do it, and I'm so excited to do it because I am so happy with how my bedroom turned out, and it's just so much more open and easy to find my stuff. I actually can find my clothing, find my kids' clothing. I don't feel the need to constantly buy clothes because I know where their clothes are. I know where my clothes are. And it's just been really nice. So I hope you got something out of this today. I really hope that this helped you. I was trying to put into words exactly what I did. I will, if I think of more, as I think of more things, I will address them in the next podcast, of course. That wasn't everything I did. It was just tidbits of it. But I want to talk more about what I did, especially as I finish the last few things in the last room. And I will definitely post pictures of the after product after they put the carpet in and I get everything set up and pretty and organized. I will definitely send you guys pictures. And I think I might have an after picture in my phone. I'll have to double check on that. But anyway, if you don't follow me on Patreon and you would like to financially support the podcast, I'll put the link for that in my description. And if you want to buy any Avon cleaning products, I will put the link to my the mother of my stepchildren's Avon link in my description as well. And as always, I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you guys finish all of your floor cleaning. Make sure you go room to room and clean, either vacuum, sweep, and mop, whatever the case may be, all of the rooms of your house. That's the last part of cleaning your house. Do not forget that step. And I love cleaning the floors for some reason, but definitely do not forget to do it. Just go room to room and clean the floors out. And then curl up on the couch, put on a good show, and fold the rest of that laundry. Do not forget that. And as always, I want you guys to have a great day and happy cleaning. I hope you guys got something out of this, and I hope you get some great stuff done.